Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, first and foremost, married Sevens in May here.
Yeah.
How much looking forward to it?
Mate, loads. Like my whole family's going to be down. It'll be good. It's the only time some of my family and friends get to watch us, like in England. So I'm really looking forward to it. It should be sweet. And I was injured last year, so I missed out. So yeah, it should be fun.
And with the Rugby Sevens guys, you guys get to travel all around the world. Have you got a favourite destination that you've been to so far?
There's a few that have been good. Well, Wellington's good. Wellington's like a bit of a party atmosphere. But then in terms of crowd, Dubai and Hong Kong are pretty English crowd, so that's good. But then I think I'm most looking forward to London still this year, so hopefully that'll be good.
Yeah, yeah, and you guys also got the World Cup in summer in Moscow.
Yeah.
Just how big an event is that going to be?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be my first World Cup, so it should be good. I mean, we haven't had the best season so far, so World Cup is something that we can definitely look forward to. Hopefully playing well there. If we end up with a World Cup, that would be good for our season. So, yeah.
And with yourself, you played 15s for Saracens and for the England youth, playing for England Sevens. What kind of differences have you noticed in the game of Sevens and 15s?
Main difference is Sevens, well, obviously it's a lot faster, got to be a lot fitter. And then with 15s, it's more physicality. Some of the backs are a little bit bigger, especially with the forwards as well. But there's a big difference, I think, between the two. It's probably it's more separate now, I think, than it was before. It's more skill based, I think, but 15s is tough when it comes to physicality.
And now Sevens is going to be an Olympic sport. Is that something on your radar in the future, perhaps, competing in Rio?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely thought about it before, but 4 years is quite a long time. A lot can change in there, and then obviously we don't really know what's even happening with the whole Great Britain system, and then also with 15s boys potentially coming in. But all I've got to do is focus, play well, and hopefully in 4 years' time, if I go to the Olympics, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and with it being an Olympic sport, just how big a deal is that for Sevens, as in terms of popularity and people playing the sport?
I think it's massive. We're getting a little bit more interest now already, and it's 4 years away. So I think as it gets closer to Rio, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and that's only a good thing for us and for the sport.
And with yourself, do you want to stick to Sevens, or is 15s the ultimate goal eventually?
I'm unsure still. I mean, I'm 21, so I'm still quite young. I'm pretty happy with Sevens at the moment. I'm enjoying myself, but I still do have a little bit of 15 sort of in the back of my head. But like either way, if I'm happy where I am, I'm happy enough to finish my career playing Sevens.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously with yourself, your brother Anthony, he's doing his thing for London Irish and for England youth. Just how good can he be potentially, you reckon?
Unfortunately, I think he can be better than me, quite a lot better than me. Probably is now actually. Yeah, I think personally, I think he could play for England definitely. I think that's his goal as well. So he just needs to work hard, stay grounded, and hopefully he'll get there.
Yeah, yeah. Would you want to play alongside him one day in the backs and terrorising the fences?
I'd love to. I tried to get him to ask if he wanted to do Sevens before, but I don't think he's quite happy with the fitness. But I've played with him once in A-League for about 5 minutes, and that was cool. I found myself a little bit worried for him. He was 17 coming on, but I'll be fine playing with him now, I'm sure, and I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And personally, if anyone hasn't seen you play, what can they expect to see?
Well, hopefully I'll get a few tries. Me and Dan Norton will probably be having a little competition. He's always winning, but still, hopefully I'll get the ball in my hands and like to run with the ball, basically.
Yeah, and with Sevens, you guys, you've got to be fast. Give or take, if you was to run 100 metres, what sort of speed are we talking?
We discussed this earlier. I'm backing myself to get high 10s. I think I can maybe get a 10.9, 10.8, but I'm unsure.
Okay. And who's some of the fastest players you've played against?
Dan Norton's the quickest, definitely. I played with Christian Wade before. He's the quickest, I'd say, over 10 metres. Dan Norton's quickest over 40. It's rapid.
Yeah, yeah. And what about the best players you played against? Who are the best players you played with, and who are the best you played against?
Played with, there's a few I can think of. Owen Farrell being one, just purely because he's such a good general, organises everything. He's world class at that. Jonathan Joseph's another one. He's got great feet. He'd also be really good at Sevens, but he's doing his thing at 15s and doing pretty well. Those two out of the young boys. Out of the older boys, I think a guy called Dan Bowden at London Irish, who was our 10, I rated him really highly actually.